They don't find out yet.
In the aftermath of the fire, many are still trying to figure out where to go, picking up the pieces of their lives slowly but surely, and like Gloria, choosing to lean on God.
I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing. God do everything, not you. Nobody else, any God.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Anthony Smith.
The manhunt is on for 7 men responsible for 3 separate armed robberies on Saturday. In the first incident, police are searching for 3 men who robbed a taxi driver of his cell phones and cash. Shortly after 6 a.m., the taxi driver was collecting passengers from a business establishment on Quarry Mission Road when he was approached by 3 men, one of whom was allegedly armed with a handgun. The culprits reportedly robbed the driver of an undisclosed amount of cash, 2 cell phones, along with his orange Toyota Hiace, and fled the area. A short while later, police recovered the vehicle near a business establishment on West Bay Street. In the second incident, hours later, police are searching for 2 men who reportedly robbed a woman of her silver Chevy Malibu vehicle, license plate number AV4658. According to reports, around 10:30 in the evening, the woman was outside of her Garden Hills residence when she was approached and subsequently robbed of the vehicle by 2 masked men, one of whom was allegedly armed with a handgun. The third incident reportedly occurred a half an hour later outside of a residence on Faith Avenue and resulted in another woman being robbed of her black Nissan Dualis by 2 men, one of whom was wearing a navy blue hooded jacket and allegedly armed with a handgun. Police are aggressively investigating these matters and are appealing to members of the public to always be on the alert and aware of their surroundings. Now, anyone with information that can assist police in locating the suspects are asked to contact 911-919, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991 or 2, or the nearest police station. While police arrested 2 men after they were found in possession of a handgun and ammunition shortly after 1 Sunday morning, officers were on routine patrol in the area of Providence Avenue, that's off Boyd Road, when they observed 2 men in a blue Hyundai acting suspiciously. Officers conducted a search of the vehicle where they discovered a handgun and the ammunition. Police investigations continue. In other news tonight, the Bahamas Immigration's Department's Public Relations Unit addressing a circulation of a video clip. In a press release, officials say they are aware of a video circulating in the media depicting alleged immigration officers at a business establishment. Officials noting that they are actively investigating the matter and will provide any information as soon as possible. Thanking the public for their continued support, the department is asking anyone with information on the matter to contact the Public Relations Unit at 322-7530 or the investigation hotline anonymously at 604-0249. Well, delegates arriving in the capital this weekend for the 44th regular meeting of the CARICOM Heads of Government. The high-level discussions will be held February 15th through 17th. The meetings will be held under the chairmanship of Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis. Among the issues to be discussed, the crisis in Haiti, regional crime and security, climate change, climate finance, and the CARICOM single market and economy.
The 44th regular meeting of the Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community is being held in Nassau from February 15th to 17th. Tune in to Live at CARICOM, live from Bahamar on Thursday, February 16th and Friday, February 17th at 8:30 a.m. Live at CARICOM returns on Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. with a wrap-up of the day's events. Keep up with CARICOM 2023 on the only network that matters, the ZNS Network.
Well, still to come in the weekend edition, the month of February, a special one for the Bahamas Girl Guides Association. The details of that and other stories coming after the break.
Honey, everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Shop online for free in-store pickup in 2 hours or less.
What if I told you that the future is here? That is not some magical door we walk through, but a place we create. It's home. It's a place where you can download a 2-hour movie in seconds and stay connected to loved ones even when traveling far from home. The fastest, most secure, and reliable way to stream the internet, so you can do what you want, whenever you want. Where internet moves at lightning speeds, smoother and more reliable than anything you've ever seen. This future-proof technology can take you to worlds that you can only imagine. That's the power of Alive Fiber. The future is here. The future is home. The future is Alive Fiber.
The Bahamas hosts this year's regular meeting of heads of government February 15th through 17th. Join the ZNS Network on Wednesday, February 15th for live coverage of the official opening ceremony of this important meeting of Caribbean leaders. It will all come live from the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort starting at 6:20 p.m. and is all on the only network that matters, the ZNS Network.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top-tier service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Thanks for staying with us. With numerous job fairs organized in recent weeks aimed at providing work opportunities for the unemployed, it's clear that many Bahamians remain challenged in finding gainful employment. But as our Lloyd Allen shares in this report, turning your 9-to-5 job search into a satisfactory opportunity requires a team effort.
You want to ensure that you are presenting the best version of you.
President of the Bahamas Society for Human Resource Management, Isora Cumberbatch, suggests becoming a highly skilled professional is but one component of a productive company, coupled with a progressive work environment established by an ideal HR department.
As HR professionals, I always say that we are gatekeepers for our respective organizations. And it's very important for us to set that charge and to ensure that companies are not just meeting the business goal of the company.
Cumberbatch says training is also a vital part to improving the workplace.
You'd find in some organizations, training is the first thing that they want to cut. They say that, oh, we don't have the money, we don't have this. But yet, on the other end, you expect to have a star employee. But if you're not investing in that employee, you're not pouring into the employee, then what do you expect to get at the end?
She says even if those opportunities are limited, today's average professional is expected to come equipped with a number of skills, critical thinking being a team player, along with digital media navigation considered essentials.
The challenge, though, with that is that you see some persons, they want to get into a company, but of course most of the application processes are now online, and people don't know where to begin. I don't know how to do this, I don't know that. So basic digital skills is something that you need to have. You need to be able to navigate a computer.
So regardless of your profession, finding a company that helps to sharpen your skills while being a driven employee makes a difference in surviving today's workplace. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm
Lloyd Allen.
In other news, with the Village Road Improvement Project nearing completion sometime this month, mounds of dirt remain in the parking lot at the intersection of Village and Brof Roads, giving a clear idea of how much was excavated. For those of you wondering what will become of the extracted dirt, according to a Ministry of Works civil engineer attached to the project, as it's the property of the government, it will be used on other projects. The underground and surface void left by the dirt mounds were replaced with new fill, a necessary process for the project of this nature. As for the project that's estimated at some $6 million, residents, business owners, and motorists traversing the corridor will benefit from improved roads and utilities. Well, it's a relatively new course at BAMSI, the National Flats Fishing Guide certification, but the Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Islands making a donation to help participants of the course. It's something that's seen as beneficial.
We presented 7 kids who are part of the program. A few more were not present, but we brought over 15 fly fishing kits. Those in value a little over $10,000.
North Andros and Berry Islands Member of Parliament Leonardo Lightbourne investing in the students of the Bahamas Agricultural Marine Science Institute's Flats Fishing Guides program. The students present were not only grateful for the donations, but are excited about the course, particularly as they will soon commence the practical aspects.
I always liked fishing, so when I figured out that they were doing a program, I quickly joined.
It's a privilege. I got excited because I want to see how it's going to unfold for me. Because I really never done fishing before.
I think it's an excellent program, and I really appreciate the donation.
Keith Russell has been a bonefish guide for more than 3 decades. And while he could not wait to get his hands on the equipment, showing me a few ways to cast, he shares what he imparts to the students.
I'm also the mechanical instructor for basic instructions to have the class aware and equipped with basic mechanical engineer skills. Yeah, so that's what I do, teach them skills about preparation, maintenance, and troubleshooting while they're out on the flats. I'm overjoyed with the program that's going on right now because right now, all over the Americas, you have female, I can't stress enough the female guides. We have, I think, about 2 or 3 in the country. So having female guides aboard is like, I'm overjoyed with that.
And for Alencia Gator, who was a part of the first course, the fundamentals are key to sustaining the fly fishing industry.
One of the main reasons being because fly fishing has been around so long and a lot of persons do not know about fly fishing, the industry has been aging. A lot of the fly fishermen or the guides, they have aged. A lot of persons have died, and now we need our young persons to come on board and try to take over the industry or try to join the industry so that we can keep it running. It has been a very lucrative industry, but persons haven't taken advantage of it.
The 2023 Junior Junkanoo Parades is now history, and despite the participation of only 13 school spectators and a television audience, were treated to colorful and pulsating performances on Bay Street last week Thursday. Winners in the pre-primary and senior high school divisions were one-on-one preschool, Centerville Primary, and CB Bethel, respectively. On hand for the parade was Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, who lauded the efforts of principals in the parade's success during our live broadcast.
Well, the success of anything starts at the top, and once you have the principals and administration, teachers involved and pushing those kids, whether it's academic, culture, or sports, you will find out that they will be successful at all levels. And I'm very impressed that we are seeing that support here.
Well, the Bahamas Girl Guides Association to celebrate the movement's impact on nation building this month as the country celebrates its 50th anniversary of independence. As a highlight, the association has planned a number of events for its members. In a week of activities beginning on the 19th, a service and march at Christchurch Cathedral, morning devotion on ZNS Radio, a Sunfire frolic at the campsite on Gladstone Road, Brownie Reveals World Thinking Day at the Stapleton School, and a guide and rangers event with the locations to be determined. Girl Guides have been in existence in the Bahamas for more than 100 years. That's less than 24 hours to go until the big day tomorrow. And no, we're not talking about Valentine's, but rather the global phenomenon that is Galentine's Day. Our Anthony Smith has more on what that celebration is all about tonight.
In present time, it's no secret that Valentine's Day can also mean stress.
Because a lot of times we put so much pressure on, I need to be with someone on Valentine's Day. I need to be with my significant other.
A sore spot for the It's Complicateds, the in and out of loves, and the perpetually single. But lately, that's starting to change as many look to celebrate the love in themselves and their love for others. So enter now Galentine's Day, a Valentine's spin-off celebration that's all about, well, the gals.
Me and my best friends, we usually go out to dinner together, we watch a movie. Anything that we would do with a significant other, we do with each other. I feel like it's a form of self-care, self-love, it's bonding.
Galentine's and its origins go all the way back to the year 2010, when a Parks and Recreation sitcom character played by Amy Poehler coined the term, calling the occasion celebrated on February 13th the best day of the year. Since then, Galentine's has taken on a life of its own, though still staying true to the original aim of ladies celebrating ladies.
It's a good feeling to be around persons that know that you are there for them, and it goes beyond having a boyfriend or a partner, because what if you don't have one of those? You have your girlfriends who are going to always be there for you, so it's a good thing to get together with your girlfriends and just celebrate each other. That's love too.
Friendship bonds that have been years in the making, fortified by shared experiences, and sure to bend but never break.
No one treats you better than yourself. So you got your girlfriends to do all the things you want to do. So you want to be able to pop bottles, do the bottles. You want to do pedicures, do pedicures. You want to be able to lounge and just watch movies, do that. If you want to have it look like Instagram worthy and buy a bunch of balloons, do what makes you happy. Get a bunch of dozen balloons, open them in the front room, celebrate with your girlfriends how you want to be treated.
So pop the corn, chill the bubbly, and we'll cheers to that. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Anthony Smith.
As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. Sports is after the break.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
On Wednesday, February the 15th, in order to accommodate the ZNS Network's live coverage of the prestigious opening ceremony of the 44th regular meeting of the heads of government of CARICOM, the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition will broadcast at 5 p.m., and the Bahamas Tonight The National Report will air at 5:30. That's Wednesday, February 15th, the Bahamas Tonight The Northern Edition at 5 o'clock, and the Bahamas Tonight National Report at 5:30.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your Sunday sports, everyone, on this Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl 57 well underway over in Glendale, Arizona, between the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. Before the coin toss would take place, we got a few predictions on the winner of tonight's game, including a pair of diehard Eagles fans.
As much as I hate the Eagles going to do it for sure. They destroyed my Giants, and if they lose, I will wear green for a whole month.
You said you had a bold prediction. What do you think your bold prediction is going to be?
See that? My bold prediction, Kansas City going to score about 3 points. Yeah.
You think the Eagles defense going to shut them up?
Yeah, they going to mess them up. And that's from a Giant fan, as much as I hate the Eagles.
You just wanted to stay in the NFC?
Exactly.
I'm picking the Eagles because I've seen them play all year long, and other than whenever our quarterback was hurt for a couple of games, they played fantastic.
We bleed green. That's it. Go Birds. We are ready to go.
And just down the hill, Evangelistic Temple hosting a Super Bowl party as well. We caught up with them during their preparations as well as got their picks.
Something that we missed from 2020. And so it's exciting for us to come together as men to showcase that, hey, brotherly love, have a good time in fellowship, and to see which team will win the Super Bowl this Sunday. I got the Eagles, 27-17.
Well, 2014, the Chiefs.
Eagles 21-14.
Eagles 17-10.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
And if the Chiefs defeat the Eagles today, defensive back DiCaprio Bootle will win a Super Bowl ring. While not on the active roster, Bootle is a part of Kansas City's practice squad. The former South Florida high school football star was born in Miami, but his family is from the Bahamas. After going unselected in the 2021 NFL Draft, Bootle signed with Kansas City as an undrafted free agent. Earlier this year, in Kansas City's Week 16 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Bootle would record a career-high 7 tackles in the game. So throwing darts, the local Dart Federation is hoping to grow its community by getting more young persons involved.
Well, each island, they have their leagues that we solicit, and right now we're focusing on the youth. We're trying to keep going. The youth is our future, so we're going to try and make sure that urban renewal or some programs incorporate us, that we can start teaching the youth to keep the sport alive. But as it relates, each island have a different amount of leagues. Nassau right now has the most, which has 16 leagues. Grand Bahama has 10, Abaco has 4, and Eleuthera has 3.
Into the track, continuing a stellar start to the 2023 indoor season, Devin Charlton would run a blistering time of 7.91 seconds to take first place in the women's 60-meter hurdles at the Millrose Games in New York. Devin on continuing the momentum from a strong 2022.
Kind of just use it as a benchmark to improve upon. I think I'm in better shape this year than I was last year at the same time. Just didn't have the same amount of races I had last year to, capitalize on it and put a good race together. But I think overall, still proud of this indoor season.
And that's been your sports on this Super Bowl Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports. Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
The 44th regular meeting of the heads of government of the Caribbean community is being held in Nassau from February 15th to 17th. Tune in to Live at CARICOM, live from Bahamar on Thursday, February 16th and Friday, February 17th at 8:30 a.m. Live at CARICOM returns on Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. with a wrap-up of the day's events. Keep up with CARICOM 2023 on the only network that matters, the ZNS Network.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. It's Super Bowl Sunday, Basil. What is the weather looking like for those that are probably tailgating before the big game?
Well, what I can tell you, Jim Anita, we had a frown boundary pushed through around 4 o'clock this afternoon and dump some brief showers, but those showers are now out of the way, but some chilly temperatures are on the way. Just stay tuned. Partly cloudy skies right now, temperature at 77 degrees. The relative humidity, 67%. We have south-southwest winds at 21 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,014.0 millibars. That is 29.96 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, 75 in Marshall, Abaco, Green Tool, Key, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands, 76. Also, Allentown, Bimini reporting 76 degrees. Harbor Island, 77. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 78 degrees, 79 in Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros. Fresh Creek in Central Andros at 77 degrees. Ottoson, Cat Island, San Salvador,
Key and Georgetown Exuma all at 78 degrees, 79s in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Also Matthewtown, Inago, by the way, at 79 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 77. Boating forecast tonight, westerly winds at 15 to 25 knots, very rough seas at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. Your high tide will take place at 38 minutes past midnight. Now for the central and southeastern islands, southeast to south winds, 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet with caution flags in place for you boaters. And then Monday, for all areas, the winds will subside a bit, becoming 12 to 18 knots out of the northwest throughout the 700 islands. Tides will be low at 7:03 in the morning with your high tide at 12:48 in the afternoon. Now your satellite pictures showing that frontal boundary. Most of the showers now moving across the Eleuthera area, and the bulk of it is really offshore. So Eleuthera and later on Cat Island will probably get some of that as well. But behind that, we're going to see those winds picking up, and that will make things feel rather chilly tonight, but the cool day is really going to be tomorrow, where we'll see those low temperatures getting in the low 60s. Clear to partly cloudy, winds gradually subsiding tonight with a low temperature of 69 degrees, but when you factor in the wind in that, it will feel more like about 63 degrees out tonight. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, and quite pleasant, with a high temperature just struggling to get up to about 75 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, beautiful weather right through most of the week, but come Saturday of next week, we can anticipate some more showers in the forecast, and that is courtesy of another frontal system that is heading our way. But just look at those temperatures briefly. 64 degrees tomorrow night, that's pretty chilly, and again, when we add the wind on top of that, it will probably feel more like 59 degrees tomorrow. Slight warming trend begins on Wednesday. That will get us up to 71 degrees, but we will be in the 60s for the greater part of next week.
Thanks, Basil. Before we go tonight, we want to wish a special happy birthday to our Deputy News Director, Altavis Munnings, who is celebrating today. We hope you enjoy your big day. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
Yeah.